It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Monday Travel and Cruise Industry podcast. On this, what is today? The 24th day of February, 2025, brought to you by Will U.S., the owner of Scoot Around, and of course by Chillie's Cruises. I gave a great deal of thought in exactly how I was going to handle the show this morning. This is not going to be a news show like normal, folks. I'll tell you that up front. This is totally going to be on a personal nature. However, from the usual things, today is National Clam Chowder Day, which is obviously one of my favorite days. I will have some clam chowder today somehow. And this date in 1868, this one kind of surprised me. The Mardi Gras parade became the first parade to use floats. Little interesting sideline in the travel business. All right, so to give you the most of you have the background, but some of you don't. When my health went to hell, which was right about the same time as the pandemic started, everybody knows the prostate cancer story, the chemo stories, the fact that I was had a catheter when I first got back to cruising. At first, they wouldn't let oxygen users on cruise ships, but when they finally would let someone would let an oxygen user on a cruise ship again, I put down a couple rules. One was I would not get on a cruise ship until I could get rid of the catheter. There was no way in hell I would try to cruise with anyone walking around carrying a bag of pee, bluntly. The other thing I promised that I would never do was a live stream with oxygen on. So you see this morning that rule has been broken. That rule has been broken. What brings us up to the current situation? I went to the doctor, finally got to the doctor on Friday. Y'all know I came home sick, came home coughing, and got worse and worse and worse. I finally got into the doctor on Friday. They changed up a bunch of meds. They changed up some procedures. They had me back and doing treatments. That was just a whole bunch of changes. Saturday morning, I had a total respiratory collapse again. We're not entirely sure what brought it on, whether it was an oxygen drop. It just didn't come back like normal. An example of what I'm dealing with now, this morning, I sat down here at to the desk and worked for about 10 minutes just to start setting up the show, not even finished setting up the show for today. And I was walking back to my chair. Now that is from here to my chair is about 7 or 8 shuffly steps, not big full steps, but 7 or 8 small steps over to my chair. It's just on the other side of the room. My oxygen went to 71. My O2 level went to 71. And it took 3 minutes before it got back to 90, which is the bottom end of what's acceptable. And I want it to be 92. So I was 3 minutes dropping oxygen just from walking across the room. Now I know I can't walk very far, which is why I'm in the chair, that's part of the whole complex things that have been going on with me. But then on Saturday, we don't know what triggered it, but I had a complete respiratory collapse, and I had the same brain muddle that I had twice while I was taking the harsh chemo. And folks, I don't remember anything from Saturday. Saturday is a washout until about 7 o'clock Saturday evening. But apparently I tried calling Amanda. She was still asleep. I tried calling Gene, Mr. Gene. He finally got up and came in here. They said I got him to get me something to drink and to please try to get Amanda awake. He attempted to get Amanda awake. By the time she came in here, I was comatose. Virtually, I couldn't answer what was wrong. I couldn't put any words together. This is coming from them, folks, not from me. I don't remember this at all. They called 911, of course. The EMTs came in. By the time they got here, they checked my oxygen. They did all the things that they're supposed to do, gave me the once over. My O2 level had come back up. And I still had the brain muddle. I had set up my new schedule of when I have to take pills and when I have to do this and when I have to do that with the changes from the doctor on Friday. I had a schedule in my phone so I could refer to it till I got it in my head, because almost everything changed. I couldn't remember that at all. They wanted to admit me to the hospital, take me to the hospital. I refused, and everybody gave me hell afterwards that I should have gone. I had some other reasons for refusing, but that's side things. That whether they were legitimate or not, or whether my brain was even functioning that much or not, I don't know. But anyway, I was totally muddle-brained all day. Apparently, I was somewhat making some sense. I talked to Hot Air Tom. I don't remember that at all. By the way, Hot Air Tom was sick also. I talked to him this morning, and he sounds so much better, which gives me some hope that eventually this will get over. And folks, I am not blaming Hot Air Tom on this. Yes, he started coughing before I did. That does not mean that I got this from Hot Air Tom. Who knows if it's the same thing or not? He's had some symptoms that I haven't had. I've had some tests that he hasn't had. So no, the fact that we both ended up sick is just that. That's a fact. No causal relationship at all. As much as I'd like to blame all this on him, don't get me wrong. I'd love to be able to say, hell, it's all Hot Air Tom's fault. Yeah, no, it's not. Now, obviously, I've had to change some things in my life. One of them is that I have to check my oxygen level a lot more than I was. Stay on top of it. Watch for these drops, like I did this morning and caught that one. And keep track of that to pass on to the medical folks. I don't have a lot of strength back yet, folks. I'm still very shaky, very weak. I still cough. Now, my cough medicine, I'm about 2/3 of the way through it. One of the meds that they put me on for this, the antibiotics, I have one more day left. I have one other medication. I have one more day. So I've got to give that the time for it to work. But part of that I've gathered from this is that just a cough and I'll drop. Maybe not as much as walking across the room, but it's nothing for me to get a 10-point drop. I mean, just like that. I can even get a drop sitting still. So everybody knows I still have one major cruises left with Hot Air Tom. We leave on March 31st. I am hoping to be able to still go on that. I couldn't right now. But I'm going to work toward it. I've got to do something else that I don't want to do, and that's to suspend live streams until I can get rid of this. I don't have to get rid of it permanently, but I was able to go an hour without it before. I've got to get back to that to renew the live streams. I can't run the risk of, number one, the amount of energy it's going to take. That energy needs to be elsewhere and getting me better. The time it takes. You guys have no idea the number of hours I spend researching, writing, producing, editing. It's a full-time job that I don't really get paid for. Yeah, I just got my YouTube check over the weekend. Yeah, it was $118. $118 for the month. So there are things that as I get strength back, I'm willing to do. Maybe it's going to be that I start continuing on the news vein, doing news shorts where my face isn't on the air, where you don't see this. And I know a lot of you are going to say, we know you're on oxygen. It doesn't matter to us. It matters to me. So I will stay on the air in some form as I get my strength back. I'm not promising it's going to be today or tomorrow. It might come back at a short here, a short there, a news short, a short from the trip, a short, from England, a short from the Bliss. I'll keep things going. Maybe I can get to the point of doing, 4 or 5 news shorts and stitch them together and make a show of sorts. Is it going to be the same type of show it's been? It's not going to be the same, folks, until I can get back to doing the whole thing. So that's it. I'm not sure where this is going to take me. If it takes me anywhere, but I'll try. and we'll see. All right, let's see if I can hold it together long enough to go to the chat room. I apologize for the emotions, folks. All right. Hot Air Tom is with us. Good morning, Hot Air. Gina George says hello. Hello, Gina. Gary Olden, the dirt's here. Mike's here. Glad to see you back at the helm. Well, yeah, well, partially back, Mike. That's all. Mike's asking for the thumbs up. Thank you, Mike. Katie, good morning, Katie. Joanne, hello. Amy's with us. There's Viv over in England. Hi, Viv. I've got to do I've got to do a clip and all about visiting with Viv. I've got a lot of stuff that I haven't gotten done, folks. Still get it up. There's Bob. Bob says, glad to see you back. There's the good doctor. Doctor's checking in. Good to see you, Gerald. Been the worst flu season in 15 years. That's just it. They don't know for sure what the hell I have. I tested negative for everything they've got tests for. They think it was bronchitis that could have triggered the respiratory breakdown. It didn't act totally like all the flus that are going around. But I tell you one thing, if the flu vaccines kept it from being serious, I sure as shit don't want it serious. I hate to say that, folks, because this has been awful. I still think it's the wildlife. Yeah, the wildlife you lead when you go aboard a cruise ship. I hear you, Amy. Yeah, I'm a wild man, just looking for a place to settle. Todd's with us. Good morning, Todd. Praying for you. Thank you, my friend. Don't forget, sleeping is healing. Yeah, I wish I could sleep more, Jerry. I wish I could do a lot of things more, but anyway. Please heal Chillie. You have to take care of you. You need to do what you need to do to help you get better. We understand and we're 100% behind you. I know all y'all guys are. Amy's 100% correct. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Viv. Oh, thank you, Joanne, for the donation. I appreciate that. There's Roger down in Jacksonville. I've got a piece that I started working on from Rogers in my day in, where the hell were we? In Portugal, in Lisbon, at the museum, that I still haven't gotten done, which was going to be an important piece. And I just haven't been able to do it. I can't stitch things together like I have to do. Jerry, I agree. I had a lot of 12-hour sleep nights plus nap the past week. Katie says, rooting for you, Chillie. Thank you, Katie. There's Emily. Hello, Chillie. Vivian says, hot air Tom as well. Thank you, Viv. Okay, guys. I feel the coughing coming. So I've got to make sure that I don't get thrown off the cycle here. This is going to end things for today. Thank you for being with me. Again, I'm not sure how and when I'll be back, but just stick around. I'll find ways of getting stuff to you. I don't know when, I don't know how, but we'll do something. All right, guys. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. Hopefully, one day soon we'll all make it to another cruise. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.